morning, everyone. It is July 19th, which, yes, is a Friday. I am getting some stuff done, getting packed. We leave town tomorrow for a week. So I figured I would go ahead and just do a Friday video of what is sold this week since my store is right now on vacation mode. We are going to start with this set of Fisher-Price Little People. As you know, I grab these in the bins. I also find them at garage sales and thrift stores for relatively cheap too. I kind of stockpile them and do larger lots, but I do pluck out special ones. So these here are 7 of the Marvel Comics characters. So you got Batman, Superman, Robin. Went ahead and put these all in one lot. And I did have these up for a while. These went up in November. And it is July. So whichever, I know I had them listed higher. They had some watchers and they finally sold at $9.99. I picked up this Chardonnay Go game. It is sealed in the wrap and somebody had it at their garage sale for $1. So I picked it up and it sold pretty quickly for $18.99 with free shipping. Now I have had these for a while. As you can see, they started in June of last year. I picked all these up at a garage sale. I paid $10 for all of them. I know Harley Davidson things sell, but these didn't seem to want to sell. I had these upwards of like $100 and they sat and they sat. I would get watchers, I would lose watchers. I kept dropping the price down and finally I'm like, it's been a year. I'm sick of looking at these. I dropped it down to $19.99 and they finally sold. So I made a couple bucks off this over the course of a year. Next item that sold on eBay is this Build-A-Bear dragon. This is a red dragon from Magic Quest at Great Wolf Lodge. I don't know if you've ever been to Great Wolf Lodge, but they have this like video game. You can buy the wands and you run around the entire hotel and play this game. It's actually super fun. My kids love it. And so I recognize this right off the bat as the red dragon from the Magic Quest game. And I picked this up at a garage sale, I believe, for like 50 cents. I didn't pay a whole lot for it. And you sold relatively quickly for $9.99. I have found that pretty regularly I see these Bark Box toys in the Goodwill bins. So this is a lot of 5 of them that I found like over time. They were all in really good shape actually. I know the Bark Boxes are really expensive, so I assume the toys were as well. I think I had this marked a little bit higher and kept marking it down. Shows that I listed at the end of February. So it did take a little while to sell, but $19.99 isn't too bad considering these are super lightweight and they are cheap to ship. I don't know about you guys, but I remember making my own CD labels when you would burn like a CD and you'd make your own cool label for it. Yeah, I had one of these. Anywho, found this new in the box, sealed, and then it had an extra pack of the labels attached to it. I got this at the thrift store. I want to say I paid like $1 or $2 for it. I think I got it on half price day. And it took a little while to sell, not too bad, but it did sell for $17.49. Next item that sold is this Big Hero 6 figure. It's yokai, I don't know. I'm butchering it probably. It was brand new in the box. I found this in a toy area at my thrift store for $2. Looked it up and I was like, whoa, this guy sells pretty well. So I bought him and I sold him for $39.99. So good buy, good sell on this one. As you guys know, I do a lot of whatnot auctions of Littlest Pet Shop. I typically do not like to cherry pick anything out of them. However, I was curious because I did have this lot of kitty cats and I was like, I wonder if these would go better on eBay. Like, I don't know. Like some of them, I didn't know if they were really authentic. I made sure to put that in here that I wasn't absolutely sure. Some of them look like they were replicas of like larger common ones. So I went ahead and listed and put it on an auction and just let her ride. I believe I started at a penny with $9.99 shipping and it ended at $57. So not too shabby considering these are freebies at this point because they came in other lots that I got. I picked up this warmer set at a garage sale for $2. It was a larger wax warmer with butterflies, and it's like a silver. And then it came with several wax melts. It was brand new in the box, and it sold for $39.99. I've had this pin for a little while. This was listed back in March. It is a Jim Beam bourbon whiskey pin. It's brand new, sealed in this little bag. I believe this came in a jewelry bag that I got at my local thrift store. So all that stuff is sold already. This was remaining and sold this for $9.99. I found Dino from the Flintstones. He is a plush and he was decent size. He was 13 inches tall. And he is a Toy Factory plush. Those always sell really well, as this one did. I want to say I picked this up at a garage sale for like $1.50. Like, I typically don't pay a lot for plush at garage sales. And it turned around and it sold relatively quickly at $14.99. This was an interesting find that I got in the Goodwill bins because it was considered a book. It cost me 33 cents. It is a Montessori busy book. Everything was in there except, as you can see in this picture, the letter P. The little Velcro part for P was gone. Everything else was there and included and in great shape. Listed this back in February, so this did take a while to sell. Came in its own little pouch, and it sold for $19.99. It's interesting because this sold the day after, was it the day after the attempted assassination of Donald Trump at that rally. So I don't know if somebody's gonna take this and do something with it, make a bloody ear. I don't know. Like, I picked this up in the Goodwill bins quite a while back. Let's see. I listed in April, but I know I had this sitting in my death pile for a little while. So I probably got this like February or March and listed it in April, and he finally sold. He was found in the Goodwill bins, and he's not like super heavy. He's got some weight to him, but I think he was under a pound. So I probably paid like $1.50 for him and sold him for $19.99. One of my lots of Littlest Pet Shops that I got, the guy had this container, the Latchbox LPS case, complete. It has all of the cardboard dividers. It has the latch, which you find it a lot of times without the latch. So this was complete, in great shape. I paid $70 for this and about like 30 LPS figures. He had some he had some authentic wiener dogs in that lot. So I definitely banked on that. But it's kind of funny that I paid $70 for the lot and sold the latch box for almost $70, which makes it feel like the pets that came with it were free. So yes, this sold for $64.99, free shipping. This was my very last Rainbow Friends plush that was new in the bag. It is a Rainbow Friends. And I had 3 of these and they are now out of stock. I got these at my local Amazon return bin store for $1 a piece and sold for $9.99. Next item that sold are these 4 Rainbow High dolls. I know I got this one and there was the white one, and the white one I sold separately. And I put these other 4 on their own. So these I got in a big bag at a thrift store on their half price day. Probably paid $2 or $3. I know I sold the white one a while back for I think like $20 for just that one. And then these sold for $20 as well. Since my baby kitties, my LPS ones, did pretty well on eBay, I went ahead and did up a few different lots of the baby animals. So this is a lot of 11 baby rabbits. Put this up for auction, $9.99 shipping, and they sold for $26. And here is my puppy lot. There were 6 super cute puppies in this batch. And these sold, all of them, for $17.50 with $9.99 shipping. This lot of baby kitties was also an auction. This one I had 4 more in here than I had in the last batch. And this one did better. This one sold with $9.99 shipping, and bidding ended at $74. This Nintendo Wii wireless sensor bar was actually picked up at a garage sale. It was in the box. It was open, but when I opened everything up to check it, it was all in there and all folded up nice. So it was removed from the box, but never actually used. So I went ahead and listed it as brand new, open box. I paid $3 for it and sold it for $36.99. You guys know me and my Bath and Body Works. So this, again, I probably paid no more than $2 on this. It is a Pure Wonder scent, and it sold for $11.99. Also sold this Warm Vanilla Sugar Body Wash. This was also brand new and full, and this one sold for $16.99. I've been selling these slowly but surely. So these were some MMA shirts that I picked up at a local thrift store on their half price day. I think most of them I paid in like $3 range for each of them. They are slowly starting to sell. I think I got the price point just right now. This one sold for $29.99. I ran a few auctions this last week in an attempt to unload some bigger, clunkier things out at my storage unit to make room for new stuff. I did list several of my book sets, and this is the only one that sold, which is kind of weird. And it only sold for $29.99, which is actually kind of shocking because I've had these Goosebumps R.L. Stine books go for about $2 to $3 a book when I list them as lots. But whatever, one box out of my storage unit, I'll take it. So most of these were purchased at the Goodwill bins for their 3 for $1. And sometimes I will find them in the thrift stores for like, depends on where I buy them. So like the one thrift store I have does 4 for $1 books on Mondays, and then some of the other thrift stores do half price days. But either way, $29.99, I still came out ahead on these. And last but not least, I have these Barbie Fashion Facts cards. My mom actually found these. These are hers. She found these in the Goodwill bins. They were actually in like a photo album, and somebody had put them all in the photo album and sorted them to protect them. So they're all in amazing shape. We took them out of the binder though. But because they were in a book, she was able to get it for 33 cents as a book at the Goodwill bins. So she did all right on this. I had these listed as buy it now for much higher. The comps were all over the place on these. So, but this was the largest collection of them that was available when I listed it. So I think I had upwards of $100, and I kind of marked it down. And I'm like, man, you know, these have been listed for a while. Let's unload these. So they did sell at an auction for $39.99, and I shipped them out this morning. So that is all I have today. I will probably be back in 2 Mondays because next Monday I'll be out of town. Come back on Friday, and I'll probably do the next video on Monday if I sell enough. My store will be on vacation mode, so I don't know how much traffic I'm going to get from Friday on to Monday, but I will be back and let you know what I sold. You guys have a great week.